Okay, I'm just going to quickly show you our terminatable, or not our terminatable connector. So it's one of, it's entry level, it's cheap, it's gold plated, looks quite nice. We sell it with the red boot, the connector and the guide. Takes about 3 minutes to terminate. Cat 6A, Cat 7. So just a little bit about the connector. I normally use, and I suggest you use one of these ones, Cat 6A crimper. The difference between this crimper and some other crimpers, it's got a little indentation there that you can basically, when you're finished, you're basically using this to crimp down on the cable for your shield. So this is to crimp these little wings down, and your shield is connected to this. Then at the back, it doesn't have the, you'll see no crash pin to crash the chassis. So some of the older Cat 5e and Cat 5 connectors, they used to crash the chassis. But if you crash the chassis on some of these Cat 6 connectors, then it kind of breaks apart. But on this one, we've made provisioning for that. You can see it's got that little crash section there. So if you use an old style crimper, this will still be fine. You can crash it there, it's fine. It's got that little groove there specifically for it. Yep, so this is the connector. Cool. This is the cable we'll be using. We'll put the boot on before I forget. It goes on nice and tight. There we go. Normal Cat 6A. Off we go. So we'll use the Stanley knife. It's a bit of a big cut. I like to make it long. This one's a bit too long, but for this purpose it's fine. A lot of people that's new to terminating, they struggle a bit with the guide, but the reason why I'm making this video is I want to show you it's quite easy. Once you know how to terminate these ones, you'll never want to use a re-terminatable one again. These ones are quite small, compact form factor, and when you plug it into a switch or a device, it doesn't have that sag or that heavy weight on it that the re-terminatable has. And because it's quite short, you can terminate it without the boot sometimes, just to gain some space behind a display or behind something. So for that reason, they're quite nice, and are faster to terminate. Unbelievable. Right, so we unwind. So I highly suggest using Type B connection. A lot of the AV devices that we sell are made and designed in Europe, or even the chipsets, they come from Europe. So that means that they are manufactured on Type B, so they're optimized for Type B. What we find is on Type B, you get longer distances and you get more reliable signal coming through. Type A is great, but probably not for AV equipment. Even in saying that Type A works for AV equipment, it's just you get better results terminating Type B. Saying that these days, though, probably doesn't matter much, but if you need that extra 10 meters out of a device, try Type B, you'll be surprised. Okay, so here's the magic. So to get the cable into the guide, so another fact before I go on, so you'll see on Cat 6A and the higher specification cable, there's no line on the white cable. So the reason why there's no line, it's not to make your life difficult. As soon as you dye it or you put that line in there, it basically weakens the outer, this outer white part of the cable, and so it makes the cable less good. So that's why there's no color in it. But the coloring basically weakens the insulation here, and as soon as it's weakened, yeah, you get errors in the cable. Something silly, but it's just the way it is. So I cut it at an angle. So that's why I make it so long. The more angle I can get, the easier I find it's to work with. So I separate the whites from the colors, just like you're washing. Then This is my little guide, quite small. But as soon as you cut it at an angle, it's a bit easier to get your colors in there as well. It's a bit easier to separate your whites from your colors. There we go. If only washing was this easy. Okay, there we do it. So we want to cut it. We want to cut it so it's basically there. We want this part of this purple to go into the connector. If you leave this hanging out of the connector, so for instance these exposed cables are hanging out of this connector, again you lose twist ratio and you lose a lot on your termination. So your distance will drop from 70 to 60 or something silly like that. It does play a part. So if you can get this purple inside this connector, that's the way to go. So sometimes it's just, yeah, sometimes a bit difficult, but so I cut off. I like to flatten it. I'll just work it a bit before I push it in. Then boom, in it goes. All in front, easy as. Now, to get the shield connected, I turn it around this cable a few times. And you see, because I cut it a little bit longer, I've got a lot of shield to work with. And I definitely want my shield there. Shield is quite important. Some devices really like the shield. Some devices actually send signal over the shield as well. So if you don't have that shield connected, when the manufacturer says connect the shield, yeah, you'll get some bad results. So they actually sometimes use it for signal, which is yeah, it's using all the leverage possible in a cable basically. So the reason why I like this again, so you'll see now how easy it is. So I'm going to use this little part here to crimp down to make sure my shield is connected. Sorry. Just want to get in there. I can't get my hand. Just want to show the camera. Cool. You see it there. Want to make sure that's in there. Great. So now I'm crimping down. Crimp down. You can see, so I crimped there. You can see how the shield is squashed in there. So you know the shield is definitely connected. Look at it. So a nice connection on the shield on this one. And then last but not least, you can see it still looks good in front. Crimping it now without crashing the chassis. If you crash the chassis, it's not the end of the world, but again, if you crash the chassis, it introduces loss, believe it or not. And this is why this crimper is so good. Nice, crimped. Easy peasy. Okay, right. So now, get this red guy over, nice and tight. Cool. A little bit more. Cool. Nice and tight. I like the boot to go on nice and tight. It looks like a store-bought termination because it does go over quite tight. You have to quite push it in there quite a bit. You can see, but yeah, easy. Nice red connector. And that's how you terminate this RJ45 connector. Cut it at an angle, feed it into the guide, and off you go. Cool. I hope you found this a bit a good video, especially if you're coming into the industry and you hate terminating Cat 6s. Just cut it at an angle. You'll find it makes all the difference. Cool.